Now let us move on to question number 8. Let's read it first. Chile's Atacama Desert is one of the driest places on Earth. Mary Beth Wilhelm and other astrobiologists search for life or its remains in this harsh place because the desert closely mirrors the extreme environment on Mars. The algae and bacteria found in Atacama's driest regions may offer clues about Martian life. By studying how these and other microorganisms survived such extreme conditions on Earth, Wilhelm's team hopes to determine whether similar life might have existed on Mars and to develop the best tools to look for evidence of it. Which choice best describes the function of the underlined sentence in the text as a whole? Is it A, to contrast the conditions in the Atacama Desert with those on Mars? Is it B, to explain why many life forms cannot survive in the Atacama Desert? C, to indicate why astrobiologists choose to conduct research in the Atacama Desert? Or D, to describe certain limitations to conducting scientific study in the Atacama Desert? So we have to focus on the underlined sentence where we see that Mary Beth Wilhelm and other astrobiologists search for life or its remains in this harsh place. Why? Because the desert closely mirrors the extreme environment on Mars, because it is very similar to the environment on Mars, very extreme and very difficult for animals or anything to survive over there. So which do you think would be the best answer? So if you said C, very good, that's the correct answer. Because C says to indicate why astrobiologists chose to conduct research in the Atacama Desert. The reason is given here. It most accurately describes how the underlined sentence functions in the text as a whole. So the first sentence, it just describes the unique location. The first sentence describes the unique location on Earth, the Atacama Desert. The next sentence, which is the underlined sentence, states the reason why astrobiologists study life or its remains in this unique location is that Atacama is a harsh environment that closely resembles the extreme environment of Mars. And the remainder of the text explains that researchers hope their work in Atacama will support inquiry into life on Mars. Thus, the underlined portion functions mainly to indicate why astrobiologists chose to conduct the research in the Atacama Desert. So that is the reason the underlined sentence gives the reason why they have chosen that particular location. A is incorrect because to contrast two things means to show differences. Now this one says contrast, but contrast is to find the difference. But here the phrase actually closely mirrors in the underlined sentence indicates that the extreme environment in the Atacama is similar to. It's not different, it's not contrasting. The sentence says it closely mirrors the extreme environment on Mars. So they are not looking for a contrast, they are looking for the similarity here. This similarity is why, according to the underlined sentence, astrobiologists conduct research in Atacama. B is incorrect because the underlined sentence doesn't address forms of life that are unable to survive the harsh environment of the Atacama Desert. Instead, the underlined sentence explains why astrobiologists study life or its remains in this environment. And then D is incorrect because the underlined sentence doesn't suggest that the scientific research in the Atacama Desert is limited in any way. Instead, the sentence explains that the similarity between the environments of Atacama and Mars is the reason why astrobiologists search for life or its remains in Atacama. So it's not about limitations, it is the similarity between the environments is the reason why they have chosen it.